Holiday anxiety, anyone? I know I certainly have had my fair share this week as I am leaning into the Christmas, New Year holidays and not feeling my best. I took a little bit of a pity party last night and gave in to a craving, and also didn't sleep very well. It's the morning of Christmas Eve. I have a family get together to go to, and there's a lot of changes in the dynamics of my family and how I envision I will and won't be celebrating the holidays now or in the future. And that's exciting on one hand, and it's also left me feeling a bit scared, honestly, and wondering what the future will bring as I am aging solo, as I am certainly enjoying my independence and my freedom, and I want to go into this holiday get together feeling good and cheerful, not putting on a fake face, but certainly feeling a lot more secure than I am right now. So let me tell you the 3 things that I've done this morning that have put me in a better place. Now, the binge that I gave into last night was one of my favorite candies, which is black licorice. And it's horrible for my teeth, for one. It takes forever to clean it off, and it's one of my favorite flavors. So I usually will pace myself by really high quality, though had I looked at one of my books that would tell me about what that craving was telling me about myself, I may have stopped myself rather than having way too many pieces of the licorice last night, because all I wound up with was a stomach ache and a belly ache, and I didn't sleep very well. Have you ever heard of the book Constant Cravings by Dr. Doreen Virtue? This came out in 1999. It has been my go-to as a health educator, a wellness coach. I've worked in alternative healthcare since 1996, and with any of the emotional eating, I certainly am prone to that. Know a lot of people, male and female, that are prone to emotional eating, and this insightful guide, it's an A to Z guide, and you can just flip through. And if I would have looked at this last night, it's in the back of my brain though, I gave in to the craving rather than holding myself accountable. So here's me just, accepting my dietary consequences. So I'm okay with it. Do I want to repeat it? No. So this is where, looking at what I did and how I can improve. And now I'm putting it out there on YouTube. I'm holding myself even more accountable. So if I look at licorice in this book, the probable meaning of that craving, according to Doreen Virtue, amazing book, she says indecision and confusion, unsettled due to worry over making the wrong choice. Well, that's telling, because I have been a little anxious this week on a number of levels: work, family, home, all sorts of things, health, finances. So the affirmation suggested to look at, when the craving is there and when it's an emotional based craving. Then I could have said this to myself: I easily follow my inner guidance, which flows from the source of all intelligence, solutions, and creativity. I trust and follow this guidance now. And that is the challenge of this book, of looking at probable meaning, taking advantage of the affirmation, is to, when a craving shows up, then to stop, pull out the guide, look at the meaning, share the affirmation with yourself out loud, with someone else, to yourself, whatever, write it down, and then reflect and see if the craving continues. If it's just something that sounds good and you want to eat it, eat it. I'm a grown-up. I can live my life as I see fit, as long as I'm not breaking any laws or hurting anyone. And you are too, yes? Though, an emotional binge, when it's that wolfing down food, hardly tasting anything, and you look down and the package is gone, that's harmful. And this is where this book has been very helpful for me as I look at myself, look at my eating habits, and have better addressed any of my sugar cravings. If you've watched any of my videos before, welcome back. If you don't know me, my name's Tiffany Anderson. I am the founder of Anderson Therapeutics, and this is my Aging Well channel. I have worked in the field of health since the late 1990s, and I am very much about practicing what I preach. And besides looking at this book this morning to say, you know what, I accept that I woke up with a headache, didn't sleep very well. I knew exactly why, because it was self-induced. And so I took my morning as I usually do. I put in a good workout, I stretched, I meditated, and I also added, as a special Christmas Eve present to me, this little handout. I don't know if it will show up very well. This technique is called unswitching. Another guru that I have been following since this handout was in 2006 by Dina Spear, and her website, I will put it in the description, is singingwoods.org. The unswitching is a technique that I had actually been introduced to when I was in college as a mind-body healing technique. And it is a really simple, it's holding, places on the body such as the diaphragm, collarbones, and doing breathing exercises. It's very simple and also very impactful. It's something that I have experienced great results with, and I have taught this and applied it with many of my clients, whether it's with a coaching client or simply in alternative healthcare. I've been a massage therapist since 1996, and I'm also a Reiki master teacher. This technique is one that I have had this printed out, and I keep it taped on the inside of an armoire in my living room, and so I always have it as a reminder. The PDF is still on her website. I checked before I started recording this morning, and it's really an impactful technique. Another technique that I encourage you to check out on January 1st and join me as a healthful start to your new year is with Brad Yates. His tapping or emotional freedom technique, EFT, is something that I've also been implementing into my mental health routine for decades. And he always has a magnificent New Year tapping event, and the January 1st one looks to be really, really useful. I'll say that. There's many more adjectives that came to mind, but useful is what came out. Thank you for watching. Check out the description below for the links to the PDF. Check out my website, andersontherapeutics.com. I have plenty of free resources out there for anyone who is managing chronic conditions. Perhaps you're a caregiver, or perhaps you are a mature adult like myself who is aging solo and want to maintain your independence, stay well, age well. I have a 3 key concepts foundational tools that I also have on my website. You can check that out. There's more on that to come. I have another free PDF that will give you more details of those foundational tools and how that has been the baseline of how I am managing my own chronic conditions. Have a very happy holidays, whatever or however you celebrate. Take good care of yourself. Have a good day.